Can you leave?
As soon as you give me your name so I can file a complaint with you.
Can you leave?
Can you give me your name so I can file a complaint? Are you going to give me your name and I'll leave? Until then, I'm not leaving.
I'm not gonna give you my name. You're not.
Well, then you wanted my driver's license, but yet you won't give me your name.
You racist. You told me to leave here because I'm from Africa. You racist.
No, I said you need to go back to Africa, learn the laws, and then come back here.
Give me your name. I'm gonna call Uber.
I'm not. You go ahead and call whatever you want. Give me your name. You want to threaten to call the police and stuff? Why don't you go ahead and give me your name? Go ahead and give me your name. Give your supervisor. How about that? If you give me your name, I will leave. You know you're live right now on YouTube. You're live. You're live. You're live.
You told me to go back in Africa.
No, I said you need to learn the laws. No.
You're racist.
Yeah, you know what? Go to Africa. Come back and learn when you learn the law. No, I'm not. You're from Africa, aren't you? You're from Africa, right?
You're supposed to say that.
I can say whatever I want to say. See, you don't know about speech. You need to learn the Constitution. What's the law? You don't know the law. And you're a security guard? Come on, jackass. Guys, I'm at a gate. I can't even get onto the property. He's trying to tell me to back up, which is unlawful. Try to demand my driver's license. And he's a security guard. I asked for his name and his supervisor. I had to cancel my ride. Let him call the police. Oh, another security guard who thinks he's the law. He's locking his door. What a little bitch. I told him to go back to Africa until he learns the Constitution. It's what happens with these foreigners who come here and think they're law. Then they get their feelings hurt. And technically, I'm not on private property yet. Technically on public roadway because there's the utility box right there. There's the utility box. That is a public sidewalk right there up into that gate. That's why that says it all right there. There's also a sign right there that says no trespassing over there, no unmanned persons. So beyond that gate. Hey, you don't know the Constitution? You don't want to go back to Africa before you learn it, but you want to exercise your right, huh? You don't get rights. You want to film me? That's okay. Look at that. Let me get you a thumbnail right there. All over the internet. And I'm going to be letting Securitas know how you treat people at this front gate. Oh, you're going to close the door. Cry baby. You a Karen. Sit down. You a Karen. What's the matter? The police won't come because I'm filming you? Call them. The number's 911. That's why you should learn the law before you look stupid like you already do. You don't have my permission to film me. Stop. Vigil. He's looking for the number for 911. He's mad because I'm recording him. I can hear his conversation. What's the matter? You crying because I'm recording you? All he's got to do is open that gate. I'll make a U-turn and I'll leave. But I also want his name now. But he wanted my driver's license information. And now I got a car behind me and I can't back up anyways. He's not doing his job. It's raining. People are driving like idiots up here. I just asked him so I can make a U-turn. So I don't have to worry about backing up into a four-way. I don't care if he's recording me. I don't give two shits. Little Karen, little crybaby. Little crybaby. Little crybaby. Give me your name, and that's it. I'll leave. You wanted my driver's license information, but yet I can't get your name? Crybaby. Your phone's ringing. You got to answer your phone or you're going to neglect your duties. Phone's ringing, neglecting your duties.
What's the problem here, bud?
The problem is this guy's attitude, sir.
Okay.
And it's the only reason I started recording. Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
Are you here to see someone?
I was until I canceled the ride because he failed to call the customer. I had to call him twice and let him know that he was refusing access.
Okay.
And
So-
then he started demanding my driver's license. I told him I wasn't going to give him the information. And then I requested his name so I could report him to a supervisor with his attitude.
Okay.
Then he told me he wanted me to leave, which is fine. I'd be more than happy to leave, but I was not going to back up with this busy intersection with it being wet.
Okay,
I just asked him to open the bar. I would easily make a U-turn and I would leave.
Okay.
But
But then that gives you access to our neighborhood, and that's
that would be going through the gate, sir.
No, well, we're not going to bother closing that gate. How about this?
Okay, there's a utility box. Is there some sort of compromise? Because you seem like a calm and rational.
Yeah, well, why don't I watch this intersection as you back?
And that would be fine, sir.
Let's do
Can
that.
I get his name so I can at least call and report it to his supervisor?
I'll deal with that.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yep.
That's all I was asking. That's how easy it is. I don't want you back behind my car. Get away from my car, sir.
Hold up 1 sec. All right, I'll see.
Now, I just have one other question, sir. Now, he was on the phone and he threatened to call the police. I need to know, did he call the police? Because if he did, I'm going to park right here and wait for them. I'm not going to act like I'm running because I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, well, they're not gonna assume you're running. It's
No, did he call them, though? I need to know.
Yeah. Did you call the police? Yes. Did
Okay,
you call the police?
then I'm going to park right here out of the way and I'm going to wait for him.
Okay, sounds great. Why don't
I am live streaming on YouTube. I do police encounters, so when actually they do show up, he's not gonna look good.
just go about your day?
No, you called the police, so now I've got to stay.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, that's actually not accurate.
Yeah, that is correct. The call's been done. I'm not gonna run.
If I were you, I would just go earn more money today.
No, sir. I'm earning money right now. This live stream's costing me getting me money here, so.
We're gonna cancel the call and you can go about your day.
I won't buy that. I'm gonna wait for him, sir. That's right, sir. I still want his name though, because I'm gonna be lodging a complaint with Securitas. Your security guards should be better off, and then they should be calling your residents when they order for an Uber instead of giving people that are coming in to pick them up who have to go to the airport with severe attitudes. That's the. Why do you care about my dog, sir? Now you're not being rational. Now you're just being a bootlicker. See, that says no trespassing up to that point. See, that's a no trespassing sign there. This is a utility box. Randy, calm down. I'm right here. Stop. Calm down. Hey, for all my mods, kick all these bootlickers out of here. Just time them out for 24 hours. Since he called the police, I'm staying. It's the only reason I'm staying. Oh, the guy's definitely a bootlicker. Oh, they're not ruining my day. My day was almost over anyways. Yep. But because they called the police, I'm waiting, so I'm not gonna leave. Oh, I'm not leaving, man. Filming you right now because you wanted to open your mouth and say something to me?
Why are you standing there in our
Public sidewalks are utility boxes, city property. So if you want to go ahead and pull the little.
problem?
I do with you now. You're
Okay, well, you know what? Don't come across this side.
actually up until that no trespassing sign, sir. I got nothing. Why don't you just shut your mouth? Shut your mouth, bootlicker. Shut your mouth, bootlicker. Go on about your day. Just be quiet. Go drive your $90,000 Yukon. Keep going. Keep going. Drive your $90,000 Yukon and keep going.
You got a problem?
Republicans, bootlickers. Go on. Go on. Go on, Republican.
Bootlickers?
Yes, sir.
You say bootlicker?
Yep, I said you're a bootlicker. I bet you love the cops, huh?
You know what the fuck you talking about?
First Amendment, right. Go on. Go on. Move on. Move on. Move on. If he wanted to roll down his window, I'd have never said a word to him.
I know, but why are you bothering? Go drive over. That's
You called the cops. He fucked up.
no, nobody fucked up. You didn't want to give your license. That's our policy. Now just move on.
He never showed the policy to me.
Well, he doesn't have to show you a policy. You're coming into private property. So he says, like, show me your license.
Okay.
No.
Well, you guys called the cops. So your question is, why am I still here? Because you called the cops and I'm waiting for him. So he don't.
No, you're trying to get more content. Just move on.
Oh, so now it's about content. No, I don't want him lying. He's a liar.
He doesn't even know your name. How can you lie?
Doesn't matter. He's a liar.
Just go about your job.
How about you go about yours?
This is my job. Protecting my neighborhood.
Right. Protecting my community from people like him, you, and bad cops.
You don't live here.
Do I not live in Fort Worth?
You don't live in this neighborhood.
I'm not in your neighborhood.
I know. Just go away.
No. I won't just go away. Bootlicker. You know, the more they come out here talking, the more they make it worse. You know they realize that, right? No, I'm just filming all this so they can't lie about anything that's transpired. Now, if they wouldn't have called the cops, I'd have probably already be gone. But they wanted to call the cops, so I'm going to wait. Like I said, guys, we're just waiting for the cops to show up. No, they know there's a camera involved. That's why they're taking their time. iPhone camera. I wish it was a Samsung, but I don't like their iOS, or I don't like their operating software. Hey, I got all day to wait. I don't care. They said they called the cops, so I'm not leaving. Call for service has been put out. It can't be called back and told to cancel. They still got to show up. Calling all cars. Public photography in progress. No, watch. They probably won't get this Amazon driver's license, but yet they wanted mine. How much you guys want to make a bet? And he didn't even get her driver's license. So that's what it started with. He just let her go by with no driver's license, but yeah, he wanted my driver's license. You want me to pose? Pose. Which one you want, buddy? I gave him the bird. I gave him the deuces. I gave him the hand right to the nuts. I gave him a couple poses. It's about First Amendment rights and people's feelings being not trumping my rights. My problem is the security guard. The other guy's starting to make it worse. I thought he was coming out here to defuse it, but oh, I got some Fort Worth corruption exposure coming. Nope, it's only private property from over there, my friend. Called public property. See that utility box? That's public. That's public. That is public. Even up to right there where I was parked at is public. That is public right there. Yep. I thought this guy was going to defuse the whole situation. See? Up to that right there. How you doing?
All right.
Now this guy walked right by there. Right by there. No ID. He didn't get that guy's ID either. But yeah, he wanted my ID. That's funny. Funny how that goes. Funny how that goes. By the way, thanks for the $5 super chat. I know I didn't recognize that with everything going on here. Hiram, appreciate that, buddy. Thanks for the $5 super chat. I mean, worst case they're going to do is trespass me from the property, which is fine. I don't want to come on the property. It might be a private community, but those are still all public streets. They don't realize that, though. Really? I don't want to come on the property. I'm right here. I don't want to come on here. Originally, I wanted to come on here to pick up a passenger, but I went after dealing with this knucklehead. I went ahead and canceled my ride and called the customer twice. Told him this guy was being a douche. Sorry, I'm fixing my sleeves here, guys. Mosquitoes are eating me up. I'm literally sitting here because the mosquitoes are eating me up. Now, it might be a private community, but it's still a public street. That's why you got utility codes and shit in there. You got utility poles in there and everything. So, if it's such a private enclosure, why is there gates all open with welcoming access? We'll give you some more close-ups here. This is the fire starter right here. Mr. I am probably from Nigeria. He's from Africa. Don't know where. But I told him until he learns the Constitution, he should go back to Africa, because I wasn't gonna give up my Fourth Amendment right, and he doesn't know private and what public is. You guys see that gate right there? Okay, technically, this could probably be private, where this shack is. But all I asked was because this is a busy street and I'd be illegally backing up onto the street, and I've never had an issue with this before. I just asked him to open that little gate, and I was gonna make a U-turn and go that way, so that way I was safe and I didn't cause an accident out here. Back onto what's considered public roadway, which is technically right here. Technically right about here is public roadway access. So if they want to say that they own the brick, okay, but it's like a military installation. Until I go through that gate right there, I'm technically not into their community. That's why they have the gates, because they can close those gates. These are little temporary gates that they can open. They do that so people will stop and check in, and then they can let them go, make a little U-turn if possible. But those gates are permanent. And I heard the guy sit there and tell me, well, it's because we don't want to close those gates. Oh, really? Well, then I guess you just want anybody to come on the property or into your community. That's why all these cameras are out here, outside the community, watching people coming in to the community. And technically, that sign that says no trespassing, no unauthorized persons is not a legitimate trespassing sign. That's my problem right there. Now, I'm not trying to go to the other side and listen to a conversation and escalate the situation any further. But I am sitting here and waiting on the police to show up, because this idiot right here decided to call the police before I even went live. I went live because he was acting like a douchebag. Now, hang on, guys. I got to flip out of here so I can put my low battery mode on real quick. So I'll be right back. Hang on. And we're back. DFW have a scanner app? No, DFW police or Fort Worth police don't have. They've encrypted most of it, but only because they said they called the cops. It's the only reason I'm still here. Yeah, there isn't a private street sign. See, technically, if you go right here, so this is all sidewalk right here. It's all sidewalk. This is all easement. See right here? There's no private street. There's no private street that denies access for any of this. So, and we have a public utility box right here. Okay? That's a utility box. Okay? And this covers basically, so let's say they even have that sign right there. That says no trespassing unauthorized persons. Well, guess what? Where that gate starts is where I would be trespassing. So I don't know what happened there, guys. I hit the wrong button, I guess. But bottom line is this right here. This I even gave a little buffer because technically, until I go through those gates, it's not unauthorized access. We're looking at like 42 minutes right now. No, technically they have to own it. This is all public streetway. That's the problem. See how I just showed you the street sign? If they had it marked like private street, then it would actually be their street. But it's all public access up until the gate. And even technically inside is public streetway. Might be a private community, but those are all public streets. They don't own the street. City of Fort Worth does. They would have to own the street. I doubt that they own all the land and put their own private streets in there. That's why they got utilities and everything in there. So people see me coming driving by, and nobody said anything except for, I'm guessing, the head of the association. Yeah, because I guarantee all these streets in here, if they want to get it done, they're going to cry to the mayor, who caters to rich people, and come get these streets all taken care of. All these sewer drains and everything that you see, it's all city access. A private road would be like you out in the middle of the country and having like a well. Where city and county don't come out and do anything. No utility poles on your property. Like I said, anybody, yep, just time the bootlickers out. Get rid of them. Oh, I saw a unit pull by. I just saw a unit go by. This is like a little guard shack or whatever. It's not inside the fence line. That's the problem. That's right. I was invited by a person here. That's right, Crazy Kuros. Like I said, I saw a unit go by, but let's see if they respond. I've been live 46 minutes so far. Oh, look at this. Didn't even ask for a driver's license. Just waved them through. Look at that. Just waved them through. No driver's license. Oh, look. Right here. Prime example. I just told him to go ahead and let me make a U-turn. Back up security in car. It's 2 o'clock, probably. I don't want to get him fired, but I definitely want to lodge a complaint. Rami, you may have to call for a pizza at this rate. And this guy right here, this is the one right here. We're going to do this real quick. Just because this guy was an FFN 7564 is his plate number. FFN 7564. That's Frank Nancy 7564. Texas plates. White Tahoe LTZ. Bootlicker that started it all. So you guys see these green utility boxes, right? That's all public access, right? I'm standing right next to one. So I'm just letting you guys know this is all public access. FFN 7564. They know it's a First Amendment auditor. They're just like, I'm not going out to that call. These two. This other guy's looking at me. I'm just like pointing, like, dude, it's these two guys' fault. You know, they wanted to call the police. Just wave a smile for the camera, folks. Yeah, I have a problem with this leash. I got to go run and get him a leash. Might do that after I get done here. Black cats can go 24-hour timeout. See you, Black. See you later. This is the Karen and the fire starter right there. Well, not the guy that's standing there right now, but the other guy. Yeah, they panicking because if he lied and said he called the cops to scare me, that was the worst mistake he could have done. He just said no, I didn't call the cops, and I would have left. Because I thought he was trying to de-escalate everything. Yep, new person in there just showed up. Glad there's no serious crime because, I mean, shit, it's taking forever to get here. More so in my back than my legs, man. My legs are good. It's just my lower back right now is killing me. I got back issues, but I can wait these guys out all day. Does anyone want to call Fort Worth and ask them if they got any calls coming here? You guys should call them and ask them if they have any calls about a man with a camera outside a gated community. See if there's any calls still pending. Here's the problem. So if this security guard and the supervisor leave, then there's no complainant. So let's wait them out. It's either the cops or this guy go home first, one or the other. Oh, it's kind of a long story, Sandra, but basically, little immigrant, probably not a citizen, power trip and security guard, wouldn't call the resident of the house to let me in. I had to call the resident twice to let him know that security guard was giving me a jerk off up here. And they were demanding my Fourth Amendment right to be seized by giving him my driver's license. But I've got so many videos so far of this guy going by and not checking anybody's IDs. So why was it an issue with me? And then I just asked him to lift the gate and I'll make a U-turn. Then he wanted to get an attitude. I asked for his name so I can file a complaint. And he didn't want to give me his name, and he just wanted to start tripping. He called the cops, then he called his supervisor. Supervisor showed up. I figured maybe his supervisor was going to de-escalate. He started to, but then when they told me that they called the cops, I told him I was going to hang tight, and that's when the supervisor escalated the whole thing again. So now we're waiting. We are waiting for the cops. I am not going to submit to bootlickers. So that's your recap, Sandra. Make sure you guys all double tap that screen. Give me that like on that like button. Let's see if this guy's going to give up his Fourth Amendment right. Oh, this guy's giving up his driver's license. This guy gave up his driver's license like a sheep. Like a sheep. Well, the new guy's checking. Oh, that black guy did earlier. He was like locking the door all scared with me sitting in my car with the seatbelt on. Like I was going to get out. Like my fat ass was going to get out of the car and do something. I ain't going to hurt nobody. Not unless they attack me. Then I'll knock them the F out. But I'm not going to put my hands on nobody. I don't do that. I don't care how mad I get. It's not worth it. Are you kidding? Everybody watches the watchdog. Rough, taking a bite out of stupidity and crime and corruption throughout the city of Fort Worth. Doing it one paw at a time. Poor little brownie over there waiting on me. Look at that. Waiting. Well, we're on like an hour now. See, the reason I'm right here though is because I try to stand on the roadway there. They can get me for pedestrian in a roadway. They said they did. It's been sitting there for an hour. This guy's got to go home eventually because the relief showed up. So since this guy called and complained right here, he's going to have to stay to write a statement or talk to the police since he's the one with the 911 call. And if he did 911 call, I'm going to make sure I get the 911 call too. So we can see what he said. I'm sus by holding the camera. Let's see if this guy does his job or violates these people. No ID check. Supposedly now he acts like he knows them. Yeah, Karens with badges and guns keeps digging, not just the badges. Those are the worst. They got to be calling the cops because this guy's waiting. He's waiting to leave. Republicans are such snowflakes about their damn feelings, man. Especially the rich ones. Like I said, I'm just waiting for the cops to show up. Mr. Bootlicker back. I think that's him. Been pulling around a lot of vehicles around here. See, now this Uber driver right here was probably called. He's not an Uber driver. He's just a regular Tesla. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of Democrats get very compliant and just do and submit. Especially the poor, scared ones. Like I said, they're on both sides. But I notice when you got Republicans with money, they're more snowflakey and Karen-y than anybody else. It's because they think because they donate money to police associations in the city and all this other shit to keep their roads paved and all their shit protected that they own the cops. That's kind of like their attitude. That's the problem I have with like Republicans that have money. Is they I mean, not all of them, but most of them. Not all of them, but most of them. I met some good people with money that are Republicans that don't act this way. They're respectful. You know, they'd rather find out the law instead of actually going crazy and just letting their feelings get in the middle of stuff. Did he ask where the party's at? That's awesome. Tell him the party's right here at the guard shack. They got a little boy in here from Africa that he might like. The one that thinks he's in charge. Generally speaking, you are correct. I thought maybe somebody else was in here. Sorry guys, I'm over here getting eaten up by mosquitoes. That's my torture for waiting, but it might be worth it. Let's see. This guy looks like he's ready to leave. Look at him. That's right, Sandra Moore. When it comes down to being rich or wealthy, you're either a good person or a bad person. That's right. That's absolutely right. I think a lot of people with good money on both sides end up being bad. You know, you got like, I mean, look at the Clintons on the Democrat side and look at Trump on the Republican side. Everybody's got money and they just think they just do whatever they want. I don't even need to find content. Content just finds me. This is ridiculous. There's the fire starter right there. Let's get a good shot. Let's get a good shot. Man, forward PD sure don't want to show up. That would be funny if they were. It's been raining off and on all day. So far, they didn't ask for this lady's driver's license. They're just calling the resident like this guy was supposed to. See, no driver's license required. What are these people gonna learn, man? Yeah, I've been live for an hour and 7 minutes, dude. Yep, thank you. You can ban him completely. That language won't be tolerated in here. Yep, I'm hiding in the shadows and spying on something. Because it's where I lie, is in the shadows. Actually, I'm standing up for all y'all's rights. Does anybody want to fill anybody in that's coming in for me, please? Kind of just getting tired of repeating myself. Fill everybody in, guys. Fill everybody in. Stand up for your lefts. Brig, your job's to cover your lefts. My job's to cover your rights. And everybody else runs down the middle like sheep. I've been live an hour and 10 minutes right now, waiting on the cops to show up. And I did not call them. Feels like raped. They tried to rape me with getting my license. I don't give up my license. Hell, I don't even give up my license for the cops. You guys see my ID refusals? If I ain't giving it up to the cops, I'm damn sure not giving it up to some security guard from Securitas at a guard shack from Nigeria. Come on, man. I don't know what he's gonna do with my driver's license. And if you would have said that's his policy, that's fine. I pretty much, he didn't say that was his policy, but he said he was going to deny me access. I said that's fine. I'll cancel the ride. I talked to the resident. He said go ahead and cancel the ride because he had to go to the airport. Not a problem. I said I wasn't going to back up on this roadway and be illegal and get hit by all these people driving like idiots coming down here. I said just open your little gate right there and I'll make a U-turn right where that Bronco's at and not go in those gates, which should be closed anyways. But the supervisor showed up. He's over here trying to tell me he doesn't want to close the gate. Well, I guess then you want people to just be able to go in then. No, I bet they called. I bet he just lied about calling at first. Hey, can anybody call and ask if they've got does anybody want to call like Fort Worth PD dispatch and ask them if they have anybody that's coming to an incident with filming at the Villages of Stonegate community on a public sidewalk, and see if they're actually going to dispatch the call. I mean, like, I understand them taking your plate number down, coming in the property, but why do they need your driver's license number, or why do they need your driver's license? I mean, I'm driving for Uber. I have a sign in the window. I'm driving a Tesla. You know, obviously I have a driver's license to be able to drive, but you aren't the police. It's not like I'm going through a security checkpoint in a public building. You know? I mean, they weren't IDing people that just walk straight back through the property like that. Gates wide open. Feel bad for this young kid. He's got to keep getting up doing his job because the supervisor's sitting right there. No, just got another driver's license. I'm gonna go over here now, lean up against this utility box just to screw with them some more because I'm actually on public property right now still. Oh. Oh, they're pissed now because they're going all over the internet. Don't worry, I'm gonna still be calling Securitas and filing a complaint. Security guards that don't know, it's always the immigrant security guards too that act like fools. Because they think just because they have a word security on their shirt that they can tell us what to do. This ain't Nigeria, this ain't Africa, wherever he may be from. And I'm not trying to be hating, but if you don't know the laws, you should shut your mouth and not try to violate people's rights. You notice how people see me filming and they just keep driving by, right? I'm not trying to get plate numbers. I'm not trying to film them. I'm focused on this security thing. So but I'm leaning up right now on the public utility box. Oh, I just told him he needs to go back to, and this is after he spoke. It wasn't a black thing. I can tell from his accent that he's from Africa. I just told him he needs to go back to Africa until he learns the Constitution to try to violate my rights. That's the problem we have with immigrants. They come in here and they apply for a government job and think that they can just, tell you what to do, like the cops think they can do. I'm still waiting for the police to show up. Hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, if he was actually a little friendlier, it would I would have been gone an hour and a half ago. And even the other guy that showed up, had he not told me that the guy called the cops, I would have left. But this idiot over here called the cops first. ED4, it might be. I mean, I'm not. I got my side turned on. I'm not like dry humping it or anything, but I could be. I could be. Just turning the other way now. You're right, Sam Be Loving Live. I got a lot of time, bro. That's what happens when you're a YouTuber, activist, and work when you want to work. Like I said, I'm just waiting for the popo to show up. The sooner they get here and we get this resolved, the sooner I can go. You guys got to remember, they called the cops. I'm not going to run. By running, I look guilty, and they're going to believe everything these guys tell them. Is that a crime? Unwanted touching of a public utility box? Might be. Fort Worth Pete, I like that one. That's good. I call him Fort Worthless. You touch my, you can touch my secret box. Oh, they're showing up right there. Here we go. Here we go. They showed up. Hey, make sure your body camera's on, officer, so I get this body cam footage and hear what they're lying to you about. Kind of looks like Kruger. Uh-oh, man with a camera. Technically, I never stepped foot on their property, so. You got your body camera rolling, sir? You got your body camera rolling? Because I'm going to pull that. I want to see what lies they tell you. Don't mute it. Don't mute the mic. You coming to talk? You coming to talk to me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Before we get started, per your policy of 703, can you go ahead and identify yourself, please? Okay. Thank you, sir. So what did they tell you?
So they're saying that you're refusing to leave.
I'm not on their property.
Yes, you are.
No trespassing. That's a public utility box. Sir, you can't own a public street. You own beyond the gate, and you put even a sign up here. I'm refusing ID, sir. If they want me to leave, now here, if you want to hear what happened, okay, I was up here, they demanded ID from me. I told them to call the resident, I was picking up for an Uber. He refused, he got an attitude with me. I called the customer twice. I went ahead and called the customer. He was acting with idiot, felonious, okay, didn't want to let me go through. And then next thing I know, he told me to leave. I'm at the gate. I'm not backing up into this busy street where people are running. I told him, open that gate. That Bronco wasn't there. I said, I'll make a U-turn and I'll leave. I'll be more than happy to. He decides he wants to escalate the whole situation. Cars are backing up behind me.
My curiosity is in, when they asked you to leave, why didn't you leave?
Because he had already called the cops. Now there's a second gentleman who's now smiling over there, thinking you're going to arrest me or do something. He came up and he started to defuse the whole situation. No problem. I was getting ready to leave, but then I asked, did you call the cops? Confirmed with security guard, yes. So I stayed to wait. So I've been here, I don't know, an hour and 15, 20 minutes waiting for you guys. So I would have been gone an hour and a half ago. This would have never escalated, but.
So I guess, why didn't you leave an hour and a half ago?
Because they called the cops.
Right. So now we're out here. Now we have to do
Now that you're out here, now you're having to deal. I wasn't going to run and believe whatever they told you. But, you know, if you know, first off, sir, public utility, I've never crossed the threshold of that gate. I've never entered their property. He did assist me backing up into the street, which is why I'm parked over there now. But see that gate? I never entered their property.
why is this an issue?
Because you're here. You're asking why it's an issue. Obviously, you're here. So if you like,
Do you understand that you're the issue?
I'm not the issue.
Why they call this?
I was filming. That's the issue. You guys have a problem with First Amendment.
I don't care if you film,
Then if you want to give me your CAD number with a card, I'll be more than happy to leave.
but they're calling because you're causing an issue.
What issue am I causing, sir?
Because you're refusing to leave the premises, and now we're out here.
My car is over there, and I'm not on the premises.
You're not in your car.
I'm not on the premise. Sir, you see that no trespassing sign?
I'm not here to argue with
Okay, no trespassing. I'm not no unauthorized person. I'm on a public sidewalk.
you. You're being a pain.
I'm being a pain. You're being unprofessional. 703 conduct of your policy. So do me a favor.
Handcuffs and go in the back of my car.
Would
You
you?
can go that option.
Okay, look. Now I'm off the property, right?
You're not complying. Altogether, you just need to.
But you're violating my First Amendment.
I'm not violating.
You are. You are. You are.
Not complying.
What did I just tell you? I told you if you give me your CAD number, I told you, hold on. I told you if you give me your CAD number, sir, don't turn this
I'm not
off.
doing this with you.
Sir, get your supervisor. Okay, I'm going in handcuffs. I'm live streaming.
Call me back.
I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting.
I'm not here to play games.
I just told you to give me a CAD number, I would leave. I'm on a public sidewalk, sir.
Put your hands behind your back.
Okay, don't turn off my camera. Just let me put it in my pocket.